Hey knitters, it's Abby from Wool and Pine, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about our Rockhound Vest that we have coming out. Just talk a little bit about choosing your size and the different shaping and customizability options that we have for this design. So your first question might be, why isn't this on my mannequin? This vest is not the right size for my mannequin, so I didn't want to do the video on there just because it wouldn't really represent very well how we want the fit of this vest to be. So we've just got it hanging here, and I'll be pointing out some different details as we go. So for this vest, we recommend 4 to 8 inches of positive ease. We didn't want it to be a super tight fitting garment. We wanted to leave a little bit of room for drape in case you wanted to do like a cute little French tuck in the front of your pants, or if you wanted to layer it on top of a different garment for wearing in the office, for example. So one thing you'll notice, if you try to work outside of that ease range, for example, if you try and knit something smaller, you might find that your armhole is a little bit too small. So just make sure that you're paying attention to those measurements as you go. So we love a lot of things about this vest. We've got the awesome texture across the front, of course, and we also have a lot of really nice armhole shaping. So I'm going to talk to you about this area here. This is called the arm side, and the word arm side basically refers to the shaping that comes down, around, and under your arm. So you'll notice there's different instructions in the arm size for the different sizes. And the reason for that is basically so that we maintain a nice ratio in the shoulder area so that your shoulder isn't super narrow or super long, and still get a nice fit around the armhole. So this shaping basically, it hugs the arm nicely, and it keeps from any gaping happening in the armhole as the vest comes across the bust area. So for the smaller sizes, you'll see there's a less drastic increase here, whereas you get into the more extended sizes, in order to maintain a nice ratio between the shoulder and still hugging this armhole nicely, giving room for the bust and for the upper arm, you'll see there's a more drastic increased shaping in this armhole area. And one of the great things about this design, both for the armhole and for the neckline, is how you can customize it a little bit with your ribbing. So we'll talk about the neckline in a sec, but I want to focus a little more on the armhole here, just because this area is important for fit. So in the armhole, the ribbing, the intention of the ribbing is not to run down the arm, but to continue running up the body towards your underarm. So when you try it on, you might find before the ribbing, when you try it on, you might say, oh my gosh, my armhole is way too big. And that's not actually the case. It just means that you haven't added your ribbing yet, which is going to come up and add more height in the side of the body towards your armhole. And if you want, we have a recommended amount of stitches that you can pick up in the armhole, but you can customize that shape a little bit by picking up more or less stitches. So if you pick up a few stitches less than recommended, you can cinch your armhole a little bit to make it smaller. And that's the same with the neckline. So again, we have a recommended amount of stitches for the neckline, but if you pick up, for example, if you want to have a more conservative v-neck, if you pick up less stitches, it'll cinch together that fabric. You don't want to go crazy, maybe by, 4 to 8 less stitches around the neckline to sort of bring it together a little bit. Or you can also customize this by working more or less ribbing. So for example, if you like a nice deep v-neck, you could even work, say, only 6 rows of ribbing. And if you try it on as you go, if you know how you like your clothes to fit, if you're planning to layer this with another outfit or something like that, that will help kind of direct where you go with that ribbing. So we can't wait to see your guys' knitting and your finished projects, and we hope you have lots of fun with those twisted stitches and charts, because the stitch definition is just so much fun.